the pride of Cincinnati, Ohio, Jason.
Oh, boy.
It's a great omen that we have this young lady on the show. Eliza Millar joins us straight out of Cincinnati. Go Bengals, Eliza.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? You told us you weren't even a fan of the Bengals.
Hey, it's great to have you with us in Studio B. With the Cincinnati excitement aside.
There's not really that much excitement about it.
Here we are at BYU. You're excelling. It's been a really exciting start to the season for BYU, given everything that Guard Young lost. I mean, a lot of experience went away. Here you are. You're still scoring. You're a top 25 team. How has your BYU experience been thus far?
Oh, it's just been amazing. Honestly, it's more than I could even ever imagine. I've been like a BYU fan since I was like a little girl. I have pictures of me like 5 years old with like a Y on my chest. And so sometimes I'm competing and I'm like, whoa, there's like a Y on my sleeve. And it's just been so amazing. So
what is your best event? Give everybody an idea of what's your best event, what's your favorite. Give us it all.
So my best event is probably beam. That's kind of why I got recruited to come here. And I really do love beam most of the time, as long as I'm not like landing on my side on the beam. But you don't see that. Because obviously when you're watching me in competition, that doesn't happen. But,
yeah.
oh, yeah. But I also love doing floor. That is so fun. It's kind of different than beam. Beam is more composed, but floor is just more energy. And I kind of think of myself as an energetic person. I don't know if you know me, I'm kind of happy and fun usually, so I feel like floor is an outlet for that.
And we're beginning to pick up on that natural energy and that happiness.
Yeah.
We're feeling it in Studio B right
now.
Okay, I'm always fascinated by gymnasts in general, but especially those that enjoy the beam. It is not for everyone, that is for sure. Not for every gymnast, for that matter. So where do you go mentally when you are up there and knowing that, okay, I'm going to do multiple flips and twists and spins? What is going through your mind when you were on the beam?
So we do a lot of numbers. So like in practice, you guys don't see this, but we do it over and over and over again. So as I'm standing there, probably arms above my head, looking at the beam right before my first skill, I kind of thinking about what it feels like to do it right, because I've done it so many times before. And so believe it or not, you can imagine what it feels like to walk, right? Like get up, hopefully. So I can kind of imagine what it feels like to do a flip and do it right and land it really good. So right before I go, I'm kind of thinking about what it's going to feel to nail it, because if I'm thinking about how it's going to go wrong, that's probably not the best way.
Okay, so just what she explained there, Jason.
Yes.
This is why when I am calling gymnastics, I find myself having more like just fan moments than any other sport, because it's so crazy what you do. Just what you explained. Like, I just didn't imagine myself flipping and twisting and landing on this apparatus that's all of, like 4 inches wide, and it's let's see, what's the technical term? How high is it in the air? The gymnastics world likes meters.
I think I usually hear 4 feet, but with mats, it's a little.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like 5 foot tall, and when I stand there, like my hands go about here. Like I kind of know, because I do that so many times. I put my hands here and then hop up on the beam, so somewhere chest height.
Jason, would you not be terrified?
Look, I'm terrified watching other people do it, let alone being the one that would be asked to do it. All right, so I want to ask you something along the same lines then. Are you the type of athlete that gets nervous then before competition? Do you have to calm yourself down? And if so, what do you do?
Yeah, I definitely get nervous. I feel the heart going. I love music. I've honestly, ever since I've come here, music's become a bigger part of like my competition. So my teammates all know I have like 3 songs I listen to over and over again to get myself all ready. But I feel like you can't really get the nerves to go away, but you can just kind of harness them into like use them the right way. So
okay, what are the songs?
Yeah, we need to know the playlist.
I'll tell you my favorite. I love Flo Rida for some reason.
Okay.
Just gets me going. Club Can't Handle Me.
Okay.
That one. So if I have earbuds in, that's probably what I'm listening to. But
Jason,
look,
do you have it on your phone yet, Jason?
I have it on my phone.
Oh, yeah?
It is on my phone right now.
Well, we love that.
All right. I can't play it because we don't have the rights to play it, but I just am proving to you.
There
Club
it is.
Can't Handle Me. Right there.
That is the one.
See, there it is.
Recognize
Jason
the
plays
logo
that when he
anywhere.
goes to the gym.
It's on the gym playlist.
in his Kansas City Chiefs gear.
Yeah.
Eliza Millar of BYU Gymnastics with us on BYU Sports Nation. You've made our day so much better already. I hope you
excellent.
know this. Okay, we've seen BYU make progress as a team in each of the 3 meets. And this was without a huge number of athletes available in the Best of Utah meet. They've slowly started to trickle back in with COVID protocols and health and safety and all that. But what's been the key, besides getting more athletes back, to getting better each meet?
I think a lot of it has to do with trust, because I feel like with a really young team like this, it's kind of hard because, I mean, I'm a freshman, so I have teammates that are older that have never seen me compete before, right? So I feel like with each meet, obviously we get more girls back, and so that's really helped. But I always feel a lot of trust coming from the upperclassmen towards the younger girls, which I think is really important. So that when I have someone, my teammate Elise actually, on beam, she always comes up to me, and the trust that she has in me just like makes me trust myself more. So I think that each meet we're building that, and so I'm super excited to see that just continue through the season.
As people get to know you and they see the last name, I'm sure there are a lot of people that are watching or listening right now like, Millar, oh, I wonder if she's related to Ryan Millar, who obviously, BYU men's volleyball is just a legend here. Are you related to him at all? Is there any connection to Ryan Millar at all?
No, not at all. I had to look him up myself because I didn't know.
She's building her own legacy.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That is right. Well played, Spencer.
Yeah, she's
good.
building her own legacy here.
And look at me, I can't play volleyball. I'm too short for that.
Yeah, well, Ryan Millar can't get on a beam. I can promise you that, and not hurt himself significantly, much like us.
Very much like us.
Okay, Eliza, I do need to ask you about the upcoming meet against Utah State. The Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference is like a sneaky good conference. I don't know if it gets enough publicity just because it's out west. And, so much of the gymnastics world pays attention to the SEC and the Big 12 with Oklahoma, and certainly the Pac-12 with Utah and the Red Rocks. But what is it like to compete against Utah State and Southern Utah, basically on a weekly basis through the core of the season?
Yeah, so obviously I haven't had a ton of experience as a freshman, but I've actually been super impressed with what I'm seeing from them, and I think it's really good to have such a competitive conference, and even if it's sneaky, it still benefits us a lot. And so I feel like as teams we can push each other, and then I feel like that great dynamic creates a really good competition.
How do you feel about competing in the Smithfield House in front of your home fans?
Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. So this will be my first meet.
Very first.
Yeah, and so I'm so excited to have some Cougar fans because I'm a really big Cougar fan, so having some people supporting me is really exciting.
Well, yeah, and with what you said, you grew up a BYU fan your entire life, and it means everything to you. That's what kind of emotions do you expect to be going through with that experience?
I don't know. I feel like some sense of nostalgia might come, even though I haven't experienced it quite yet. But I've had such great experiences watching other athletes compete, and I've watched football for years, and like just knowing that other people will be watching me, I feel like it's just so surreal.
Okay, so I saw several members of the gymnastics team at a lot of the home games. Were you part of that crew? Were you in there on the front row, two rows? Okay. So how would you explain the dynamic of watching a football game and feeling nerves for the team compared to the nerves you feel when you compete? Are they similar or are they different?
Well, I want my Cougars to do well, so that's similar, but I think staying on a beam isn't quite the same as watching someone tackle each other, because I feel like they're honestly very different. But I don't know, the love for my team is still there from both occasions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before you go, we need to give you some BYU Sports Nation karma because you're new and a freshman. Here's how it works. When you come on the program, probably because you're already awesome, which you are, okay? But you take the karma, and it allows you to compete and perform at just another level.
Yeah.
So you can go into the meet knowing confidently that it's going to be a great meet.
So when flying through the air, I should think of you guys, right?
If that helps.
If that helps.
Okay, sweet.
If that distracts you, please don't.
Okay.
Because we want you to have the best score possible.
Okay.